This is something that I was recommended to watch. I have no idea what this was. Apparently, this is from the House Doge Committee hearing. Something about what are birthing people. Let's see what the fuck this is.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It never gets boring in here. And I'd like to say thank you to the witnesses for being here and for taking the time. Ms. DeVito, thank you for coming here. In your testimony, you said that Americans deserve a government that works for them, a government that makes their lives easier and more secure. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
See, I'm underneath the belief that we should be using tariffs to fuck over every other country and get rid of income tax for Americans. That is my number one thing that I want. Okay? Tariffs on fucking everything, get rid of income tax for Americans, and just get more American jobs to make things in America rather than importing everything from China. Would be great if that works, but the problem is probably not going to work. But that's my idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my idea.
Great. I'd like to read through a couple of the grants that Doge has pulled back, and I'd like to get your take on them.
Okay.
They pulled back a $1.5 million NIH grant to Morehouse College. It was called the Center to Advance Reproductive Justice and Behavioral Health.
The fuck do you mean by Center of Reproductive Justice?
Among Black, pregnant, / postpartum women and birthing people. Do you think that that makes Americans' lives easier and more secure?
I think that medical and scientific research of all types.
Do you think that that constitutes critical research? According to your testimony, NIH grants are critical research.
I think that government research of all types in the medical,
including birthing people.
What the fuck do they mean by birthing people? Does she mean women? Wait, what the fuck is birthing people? Do you mean woman?
I think bench research of all types plays a fundamental role.
What is a birthing person?
Sir, I am here to talk about the Doge impact.
Well, I'm asking you about this grant and you're defending it. So I'm asking you, who is birthing people?
Oh my God. Is this another person who just refuses to say the word woman? Who refuses to say the word female? Holy shit. Oh my God. Can we just say the word man and woman? It's worked for 2,020 years. Why in the fuck are we changing? Why are we changing this shit now? How is this happening in the world? Oh my God.
I am not familiar with this grant.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like a motherfucker who would say birthing person. Holy shit. Good, holy woke.
I take a position that all kinds of government research, medical, pharmaceutical,
Is a birthing person a woman? Is that another word for female?
That is outside the scope of my expertise.
Why the fuck can you not just say the word yes? Men cannot give birth unless they're a fucking seahorse. And last time I checked, we're fucking human.
Seems like erasure.
Guys, this is what the government is wasting their time on, is discussing what a man and a woman is. This is crazy.
Language to me, I've been told that type of vernacular constitutes erasure language. How about another one? How about the conference, Gender Equity in the Mathematical Study of Commutative Algebra? Do you think that that's a valid form of government spending?
What?
I think mathematical research of all types is deserving of government.
What about studying, and this is directly from the National Science Foundation's website, women and non-binary mathematicians?
Oh my God. This, guys, I'm sorry. This is what happens when you have no real problems in life. When all of your bills are paid, when you live safe, when you're able to have a steady access to food, you just start asking yourself dumb shit like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm a dog, right? You know what? Maybe I'm a frog. Oh, fuck. Shit. Maybe in fact, maybe I'm Optimus Prime. Like, these motherfuckers have to create issues for themselves. Who in the fuck has a problem with calling a mom? We have to call them birthing people. Holy shit.
Again, I think all kinds of government investment should be dedicated toward mathematical.
All kinds.
Hey, hot take. I would rather this go to Leering centers for Somalians before we start discovering what a birthing person is.
Government investment. You don't have any kind of limit on what we're spending our money on? Just everything? Is that your testimony?
I am talking about Doge. You brought up
So am I. This is a grant that Doge cut.
I am not familiar with this particular grant, but I think government investment in mathematical, biological.
Let's do another one. This one is called hashtag Transcendent Health, adapting an LGBT plus inclusive teen pregnancy prevention program for transgender boys. I can't even say this without laughing.
Oh, man. Finally, we're getting based here, bro. Holy shit. Good God. It's like they're entering a Wi-Fi password in a government hearing. What is this?
Do you think that is a useful form of our tax spend?
I am not familiar with that grant, but I think Ben.
What the fuck are you familiar with? These are your grants that your company has been trying to push. How the fuck are you not familiar with this?
Research, government investment in scientific and
Teen
pharmaceutical
pregnancy
research.
for transgender boys. Do you think that is a useful spend of our tax dollars?
I think government investment in all kinds of scientific research is of the utmost importance.
Including pregnancy prevention for transgender boys. Okay. Let me ask you, we can come back to this later maybe. Do you support abolishing the filibuster still?
I am here to talk about Doge respectfully.
Right.
and
We could abolish the filibuster and get a lot of Doge cuts through. And you've written at length on your Twitter about abolishing the filibuster. I'm just curious if you think that we should do that still.
I did a lot of previous work on different topics because I am an economic policy expert, and respectfully, I'm here to talk about Doge cuts.
Okay, but we could abolish the filibuster and get Doge cuts. This is totally germane here. Do you think we should?
I am here to talk about Doge cuts, not strategies for achieving more of them, but the harms that they have produced for working families.
That's a convenient change of opinion. I noticed that most of your comments about the filibuster were during the Biden administration. But we can move on. Let's go back to some more of these grants. Do you think that we should be spending
This
money
bitch is
on
getting
quote,
cooked.
the racialized basis of trait judgments from faces?
I am not at all familiar with that grant.
It's a $500,000 NSF grant.
Okay, I am not familiar with the subject matter or the
But
particular
you're
grant.
defending me.
How is she still in the room? How has she just not walked out with her head hung low in shame? Genuinely. The fact that this is just time being wasted from actual improvements that the country needs, and instead we're talking about the prevention of pregnancy in trans teenage boys. What the fuck are we even talking about? It feels like we're in a fucking movie. You know? Like it feels like we're in a comedy.
I am saying that I think the government
You're pretty
has-
adamant against Doge cuts, and I'm asking you if you support the cuts
I think that
that
there
Doge
is
has found.
economic and medical, public health, communal benefit to
What
the
about
government
cross-sex
investing in.
steroid therapy and cardiovascular risk in the transgender female?
Again, I think government investment in scientific research is
Right.
important.
Thank you for your testimony. I appreciate it.
Can you just say, let's just be real, bro. I mean, is this chick is pro brainwashing children? What the fuck was all of that? Like, can we just leave the kids alone? Can we stop empowering this shit in kids? What are we doing? Good God.